You put your right arm in, you put your right arm out, you shake it all about, you do the hokey pokey, and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. Greetings, Leo, all placements. Okay, I have a ton of messages. They're all for totally different people. You'll know if it's for you, and that's on that. So for some of my Leos, you have your eyes on someone, or someone has their eyes on you. They're putting out feelers. They could even have like their friends reach out to you. They're like testing the waters. They're testing you. They're very much testing you. They're testing to see how you handle attention, what kind of person you really are. Are you really what you present yourself as? Because that is too good to be true. That can't possibly exist. This is the funny thing here. It's like, someone here is very I'm hearing concrete. They are like concrete. They are solid. They're like, what they do is solid. They've been doing it for a while. They're someone who is, balanced. They take care of their physical health. They take care of their emotional health. And it's not because they're avoidant and they dissociate from true emotions. They actually know their deeper emotions, but they have healthy coping mechanisms. And that's why their foundation is solid. And that's why they're able to sustain a healthy physical body, because they're able to be balanced in their decision making, even during traumatic experiences, et cetera, et cetera. Financially, they're okay. They've had peak pinnacle success, and they've also been to the pits. And this is what's funny, is someone here, met a group of people. Like, I think of the spiritual community, which is kind of a small world. I entered it in my absolute pit, in that absolute pit of the pit. And it's hilarious to me because I bought a house by 24, had like a really well off, like it was just things that like I've hit that. Okay. So when I lost everything during a period of my life, like 8 years ago, I met the spiritual community, and they're all like, oh, look, this little page Valerie, but they didn't realize that I had actually bought a house before, which none of them had done at the time. They hadn't achieved. So here's the thing, Leo. Someone came to a group when they were at their absolute lowest self, and they've already reached the highest. It's not that they have the potential to be there. No, they've actually already achieved all of that. But success is not linear. We have peaks and we have valleys, and then the next peak will be higher than the previous peak, but you've reached that peak. Meanwhile, other people, have the kind of trajectory go up. So regardless, someone met someone when they were in a totally different state, and so they judged them wrong. So because they judged this person wrong, they made a different investment. They invested in a different relationship. Well, now that relationship is falling apart, and they see the person that they could have chosen instead of the one that they ended up choosing, and they're like, I want to be with that. The issue is now they have kids. Now kids are involved. Animals are involved. A house is involved. It's a mess. But walking away is going to bring happiness, and there is a strong energy of co-parenting. We also have multiple feminine energies and multiple masculine energies. So this can be someone who's like, I refuse to let my partner go because we have a family and it has to be us. It has to be us. But what's funny is you're not stopping. They're holding on to something because they don't want their partner to be with this other person. But what's funny is God has a person for them that they can't even get to because they're trying to hold on to something that's not appreciating them, that's not working for them. So there is a couple here that maybe has gone to counseling, is trying to go to counseling, is working through things, and they can, have a schedule. We have our relationship meetings Sunday night. We talk, what could I do better this week? What could you do better? Da, da, da. And so they're following a script kind of thing, and it's just not working. The emotional aspect is limp. It's not inspiring. And if a man isn't feeling fully inspired, and if a woman isn't feeling that full provision and devotion from her man, she's not going to show up for it. She's not going to be inspired to be inspiring or to be more creative. So it's like both of these people, their energies are dwindling, or male, female, female. I see hearts, not parts. So take it, whatever relationship you're in. This is one of my Leo aspects. Now, for another Leo aspect, there is a truly happy relationship here. However, there could be a huge change when it comes to moving home or picking up the family and moving the whole family for someone to pursue a new career aspect, something where they would kind of, I'm hearing start at the bottom, now we hear, so it would be a big risk, but it's a risk that Spirit is saying is worth taking. So if some of my Leos are in a happy marriage, but there are different things going on in the career fronts in your individual lives, and it would be a risk, and it would be a loss monetarily at first, only at first. You will see rewards also faster from starting this new thing rather than holding on to the past job, the past position. And it seems like that move could even happen as soon as August. We have multiple cards of changing, big changes, I'm hearing big wheels keep on turning, home home to my kin, singing songs about the Southland, so someone here could be moving to the South all of a sudden. So some of my Leos, there's definitely a strong homecoming here. For some of my Leos, you can even be returning somewhere that you previously lived, and you were like, oh, I have to get out of here. I'm hearing, I gotta get through this, but now it's like after experiencing other things, you go back. I mean, I've experienced that, I've lived across the country multiple times in both directions, and I tend to always end up back where I'm at because I really love it here. It's the best when it comes to horses. I think it's the best when it comes to quality air, quality of life. I like the art, the music offerings around here. I like all the nature. Like, I always come back here, but I also wouldn't appreciate it as much had I not moved across the country and been in California for a while, and had I not lived in Florida for a couple years. So it's like me living like on coasts, and that's the other thing. Coastal living is just so stupid expensive. I don't know why anyone wastes their money on that. Like, I go and get an Airbnb for a couple months, go for a season. Like, I think of, again, the horse world, like, go for season, which is like 3 months of the year. But being there year round, it just seems like you're literally throwing money into the trash can. Plus, air quality is crap, people, like, just all the different things. So there's a Leo here who's now reevaluating and wanting to kind of, looking back on the things I've done, I was trying to be someone. I played my part, left you in the dark. Now let me show you the shape of my heart. Now, I was hearing that song. Yes, of course, it obviously can pertain to a relationship, but it can also pertain to someone that was trying to be someone. People think, oh, I want to get into acting. I want to get into modeling. I'm going to go to LA, when they could actually get even better acting things like in Georgia or Chicago or New York. Like, I don't know, there's something here where it's like someone thought that a certain industry or a certain thing, they were like going to plant seeds here and it's going to be here. And it's like, no. But at the same time, you can't regret having gone there and invested in that, because you needed all of the wisdom, all of those experiences. And I'm hearing contacts, like, someone here, I don't know, maybe something about changing colored contacts or different, because I just saw Hobson. Like, I didn't actually see him. That would be super cool. But, Hobson was known for wearing the contacts that are all funky. So I don't know, maybe there's a Leo here that, like, that can be a part of your MO, especially if you're a star with the sun in the star. There is definitely a Leo here who is on the big screen, or who is going to be seen in some capacity, have a following for sure. So for some of my Leos, the move pertains to that, something taking off, and all of a sudden it gives you the resources, or it gives you kind of the boost. I'm hearing, you are the wind beneath my wings. So something here is going to be, I'm hearing taking flight, clear for takeoff. So some of my Leos can also be flying places. There is going to be a big shift in, like I said, July, August. For some, it can be a little bit after. For some, things are just setting up now, but the change itself wouldn't happen until October or November. So there's, like, I'm hearing 2 waves of this. So one will be the first and one will be the other one. Bless you.